Hey, Scarefest. I'm really excited about this week because, okay, so Nicole reached out to me. She's not even going to remember having this conversation. But she reached out to me about a year, maybe a year and a half ago, and she said, "Hey, I need some reviews for some children's horror films. There are movies, horror pictures that are accessible to kids." And I said, "Oh my God, I don't really do a lot of them. I've got one this week and it's only 58. It's technically not a movie, it's kind of a special, but I'm still going to review it. It's the Muppets Haunted Mansion." Now, if you don't know this about me, and clearly if you watch Bonehead Weekly or you watch this show here, there's always a Kermit phone behind me. I'm a huge Muppets fan, huge Muppets fan. So, you know what my favorite ride at Disney World is? Well, my favorite classic ride. My favorite ride is actually a test track. But my favorite classic ride, if you guessed the Haunted Mansion, you'd be correct. I was so excited when I realized that for Disney Plus, they were going to do a Haunted Mansion Muppets crossover for Halloween time. I can't think of anything better. Watched it while I was on vacation, and I love about 30, 45 minutes of it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So basically, what makes it good is that it really centers around Gonzo and Pepe. Centers around them. And Gonzo gets invited to this challenge on Halloween night to be able to stay at the Haunted Mansion all the way through. And it's a mashup, and it has a ton of Haunted Mansion jokes and references all the way through it. It also has a lot of classic Muppets references. I just enjoyed it all the way through. It stars Will Arnett as the host, your ghost host. It also has a lot of cameos from people like Ed Asner, who's no longer with us, Brian Henson, a few others. I'm not going to get into all of them. I don't want to ruin it all for you. I just thought it was great. And if you like the Muppets and you like Halloween and you have a kid and you have Disney Plus, there's no reason for you not to be watching this right now. Apparently, Kirk Thatcher is the director of it, one of the writers and one of the producers. He's worked with the Muppets before. He was a writer he was a writer on Muppets Treasure Island. He also had produced a lot of stuff for Henson. I know Nicole's a huge fan of the Curious Creations of Christine McConnell, which is something I can recommend if you're into baking and horror, which is on Netflix. And now the last 50, I know I'm going to get shit for this. The last few minutes of it, last 15, it not necessarily drags, but it loses a little steam. But it completely makes up for it for the fact that we're getting a legitimate Muppets experience. The only thing that still bothers me to this day is they got rid of the voice of Kermit, not Jim Henson. He, of course, died in 91, but the actual replacement of the voice of Kermit, whom I've gotten really used to. They've got a new one. It just sounds weird. Just sounds weird. It drives me crazy. So if you have Disney Plus and you have kids and you want something spooky this Halloween, check this out, okay? Now, for the rest of it, I want to see you next week at Scarefest. I want you to stop by and say hi to me. I want you to buy me lots of drinks. Okay, that part's kind of a joke. But seriously, stop by, say hi, go, "Hey, Joe, I'm blank," because I'm terrible with names and faces. Remember that. Terrible with names and faces. Plus, most of you should have your masks on. So stop by and see me. I want to see you all next week at Scarefest. This is Joe Lewis, a Bonehead Weekly. Check out Kirk Thatcher's The Muppets Haunted Mansion. I really enjoyed it. It's on Disney Plus. Thanks.